Hello, it's me, and today is January the 10th. Today's a special day for John Green fans. It is 2 years since the release of The Fault in Our Stars, and also it is Alaska Day. If you don't know what Alaska Day is, John Green put it very well. Yesterday, Alaska went to the zoo with her mother. If you haven't read the book, you will not understand that. You will not understand the reference. It would have over your head. That's what I'm here to talk to you about today. John Green books, and the fact that you should buy them, and the fact that I have a problem in which I'm buying too many of them. Now I know what you're thinking. Josh, there are only 5 John Green books. You can't buy too many of them. Oh, but I can. I can buy too many of the same 3 John Green books. In fact, I only own the hard copies of 3 different John Green novels. That is The Fault in Our Stars, Paper Towns, and Looking for Alaska in descending order of release. I don't have Will Grayson or Catherine's. They are both books that I have read, however, and I very much enjoy them. I just do not own them physically, which is something I need to sort out. But I do own the other books physically, I'll show you. Looking for Alaska by John Green, Paper Towns by John Green, and The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This edition of The Fault in Our Stars, well, for one, signed and handclifished and personalised to me. I got this when I went, if you can see that, to the Fault in Our Stars tour in 2013. I went to Swindon and we sang a load of chants, which was great. If you didn't know, I did a chant project ages ago where I had a lot of nerdfighters singing nerdfighter chant, the Leroy Williamson chant, and it was really interesting to go to Swindon because I was in a room full of nerdfighters singing the Leroy Williamson chant. It was like, yeah. This wasn't the first copy of The Fault in Our Stars that I got. This was my second copy because I already owned a copy of The Fault in Our Stars. This is part of the first printing, and so it is also signed. Signed John Green things are not rare these days. He likes signing things, but I had The Fault in Our Stars before that, and then I had 2, both signed. Crazy, right? That poster is also signed by John and Hank. But of course, I went to America last November. I went in Barnes & Noble and I saw this. Fault in Our Stars isn't even my favourite John Green book, but I saw this and I thought, wow, that is gorgeous. Look at it, it's all shiny. I got it. So that's my 3 copies of The Fault in Our Stars. I've got a problem. But if you think that problem stops there, let me show you Looking for Alaska, Paper Towns. This one's a first edition, and this one's a reprint. Notice, no candle. I want to try and get a first edition of this too, if possible. I know. And I'd also love to get Sad Margot. Get the matching set. So yeah, I have a problem with John Green books. I buy them. I buy way too many of them. I almost bought Let It Snow before Christmas. And that's one I haven't got, so in fairness, that's fine, but still. By the time I finish school, I'll probably have about 10 different John Green books, but, you know, only 5 stories. I might even just end up buying more of those 3 stories. I don't know. I also own all of them as audiobooks. If you have not read any of John Green's books, I can highly recommend them. I recommend that you start with his first novel, Looking for Alaska. Why? 1, this is my favourite John Green novel. I absolutely adore this book. It is really good. I'll read you the blurb if you want. Here you go. First drink, first prank, first friend, first girl, last words. Miles Halter is fascinated by famous last words and tired of his safe life at home. He leaves for the boarding school to seek what a dying poet, Francois Rabelais, called the Great Perhaps. Much awaits Miles at Culver Creek, including Alaska young, clever, funny, screwed up, and dead sexy. Alaska will pull Miles into her labyrinth and catapult him into the Great Perhaps. Looking for Alaska brilliantly chronicles the incredible impact one life can have on another. Multiple award winner, this stunning debut marked #1 best-selling author John Green's arrival as a groundbreaking new voice in contemporary fiction. It won the Prince Award, in case you couldn't tell, from the huge-ass gold sticker on the cover. Prince Award. Lovely, great book. I then recommend you move on to An Abundance of Catherine's, then Will Grayson, then Paper Towns, and then The Fault in Our Stars. That is actually the order they were released in. These stories are not connected in any way, they're not connected at all. I just think maybe it's more interesting to read them in the order that they were released, and you can see John Green's progression as a writer, how his way of telling a story changes. You can see him write from Gel's perspective for the first time in The Fault in Our Stars, and it's really cool. I like John Green's books quite a bit. It's very fun books, most of them, and they're lovely. Yes, there may be some sad moments in some of them, but I think the books benefit as a whole as a result of said sad parts. If you'd asked me to rank my John Green books from favourite to least favourite, I'd probably say Looking for Alaska, Paper Towns, Will Grayson, Abundance of Catherine's, The Fault in Our Stars. I'm not saying The Fault in Our Stars is rubbish, I'm saying it is the least good out of all of these good books. So go buy them and go read them, or maybe borrow them from a library if you have access to said thing. And then, now's a really good time to go to John Green, because The Fault in Our Stars movie comes out in June, right? Once that movie's out, if it does really well, I bet your ass that they're gonna make other John Green books into films. All the film rights of all of his books have been sold. I bet your ass they will make another one if The Fault in Our Stars does well. Still don't have a good ending. Bye!